forced turnovers, and today we outscored them 21-0 on turnovers. Big, obviously a huge part in the game. We've outscored our opponents 91-3 off of turnovers in our 9 wins this season. So really proud of the guys, the way they battled from the beginning to the end. There was we were uncharacteristically not gap sound several times, and we did work option, and we had 2 kind of plans. One of them was good enough to win, but not very good plan. But our guys overcame that and played a little better in the second half. And we had a 3-play drive, 4-play drive, had a pick 6. That drive got all the way down there. What a heck of a play by Billy, and then a forced fumble. The very next drive, Danny knocks it loose, and then another 3 and out the very next drive. So gotten a little bit of a rhythm, got some confidence, a little more sound in the run game, and Dillon again in the offense was playing good, playing well, all things considered, and I think he was 13 of 21, I believe. Just under 200 yards, a couple of touchdowns, no interceptions, and he's got an upper body injury, but I think he'll be back and available pretty quick. But Jackson came in and just did a lot of little stuff the right way, protected the football, chewed up some yards, made good decisions, distributed it really well. Guys played well around him, had the chance, we had the double move, and it was wide open for the 2-touchdown lead there, and just got a little anxious. He was so wide open. But red zone offense was really good today. Obviously we missed one of the field goals down there, but the one that they were 2 out of 3, and the one that we stopped obviously was the pick 6. Danny, I don't know, I think he had 10 plus tackles. He's on IVs, literally. I didn't think he was going to play, but he said he was going to no matter what. I think he had a little bit of flu bug, and was really sick all day yesterday, last night, this morning. Wasn't able to join us for much of anything. And, he's like, my butt's playing, and I cleaned it up a little bit for him. But that's what you love, and everybody loves about Danny. This is a team that likes to play. They like to compete. We don't always coach them perfect. We got a lot to get better at. We had several false start penalties today, but we did take care of the football. Difference in the game, and again the defense continued to fight. They've played pretty dang good on the season. So this is one of those moments where if they're not prepared for the worst case scenario mentally and physically, if they don't have good leadership, things could go south there in the second half. And it's not could get pretty splintered, and that's not how they responded. They responded like you would want them to, like a champion would do, and a group of guys that are highly invested, and they care about each other, they care about their opportunity, and they care about their product they put out on the field. And so they took ownership and figured stuff out there in the second half. So fantastic. I think Rondale got his first fumble recovery, and Gavin, that's his 3rd straight 100-yard plus game. So he was fantastic, broke a lot of tackles, and offensive line was really good for most of the day. And Caden Green was, he was an animal out there, really fantastic for, again, a true freshman on the offensive line to have the kind of success that he has. But we're going to flip the script and get right to TCU on a short week. As I told the team, nobody feels sorry for you. We even, our guys have had knowledge of what the schedule is, so got to do a great job of taking care of their bodies and get them back right, mind, body, and spirit. They got to be able to refocus and recommit and put everything they got, into finishing the season, regular season, the right way, and get them be a very talented TCU team that I'm not sure what they're doing today as far as how they're playing and whatnot, but it's a team that they can beat anybody on their schedule. And Texas down the wire here. So we're going to have to recover quickly and get our mind on the next opponent.
Brent, when did you know Dillon wasn't going to be available?
Halftime.
And what was just your confidence in Jackson?
Oh, I mean, it sounds easy now, but again, Jackson is not a nervous, anxious, might be anxious and overconfident, maybe speeding stuff up, maybe intermesh or something like that, but he's put the work in, and the moment wasn't too big for him. The players around him, they knew that too, and as I told him in the locker room, unfortunate for Dillon, but what a great example. You're the backup quarterback, and you've true freshmen, so sometimes they're young and immature. Jackson's not, but it'd be easy week whatever this is since we started fall camp, 13, 14 of the season, and then not be prepared for the moment here late this season. I haven't played yet. They're going to redshirt me, and that's not how he operates. He's a winner. He's got tremendous courage and a belief in himself and belief in the guys around him and trust in the system. Great job, just executing, doing a lot of little things, making it look easy. I think was that the first snap that he almost fumbled? Second series. Other than that, and we didn't fumble it, thank goodness, but really, really good, and that's a lot of fun. We practice on taking the knee every Friday, and players get all excited and taking 3 knees there, so you don't get to do that a whole lot in this game, and so coming on the road and being the type of game that was a lot of fun to see those guys, do exactly that.
Brent, on Bowman's play, how big was that? Because they're driving, that's such a huge play.
Well, I think it's appropriate to say we were on our heels, and they were tempoing. We were trying to play tempo defense. Note to self: if they're playing tempo offense, you got to make sure that you bring the tempo defense on the road. And but they did a great job. He was in great position, exactly where he's supposed to be, and fantastic play. Showed his speed. That quarterback can fly, and he did a great job there.
Billy said after the game he was supposed to blitz on that play.
No, that was. I'm glad he didn't, because there was 3 of them out there. I mean, he's actually the cover guy. We had another backer there. You have a rule, and there's 3 of them that somebody else takes his place. So he did what he was supposed to do, accidentally.
Brent, can you talk about that third down throw to ice the game that Jackson did? You had a similar situation in Kansas, used their last time out or throw the ball for the first down. Talk about the mindset and then trusting Jackson to make that throw and Jalil's catch as well.
Yeah, again, I think it's fair to say that we all learned, through some adversity or some tough moments, and having the confidence and the faith and calling those things. Let's go win the game. And all the players that involved. The line that blocks, the center that snaps, the quarterback that takes it and goes through his reads, and the patience to get it open, the strain that Jalil showed, and tight coverage to make the play and finish it all the way to the ground, even though they light you up. And so a lot goes, and again, the faith in the play caller and Coach Levy to put him in that position there. So great job by everybody there.
Brent, you talked about Sawchuk, the 2 runs there at the end of the third quarter to finally get some offensive momentum going. How important were those specifically?
Yeah, no doubt. I mean, that's always part of it. Just keep hammering away, maybe wear him out. Find a seam, find a hole, pop a run, break a tackle. Early in the season, we didn't break a ton of tackles, and at times we have, but consistently, that second and that third level have not been our friend there in running the football. And, but late in the game, that's when you want to be your strongest. Late in the season, that's when you want to be, your strongest. And so couldn't come at a better time. Some of the things that he was able to do there in the late in the third and the fourth quarter.
Brent, as a defensive guy, how do you look at a game like today where you probably give up more yards on the ground than you were wanting to, but you were able to come away with those big takeaways?
I'm really proud again the 2 turnovers. We did play a little better in the second half, and so I recognize that. I recognize the work and the faith that the guys continue to have, and they're the ones out there straining and fighting and taking on blocks and making plays, and so the 2 turnovers were huge. I love that. you know, and I love the grit, the toughness, that responding. You know, if they had 4 or 5 drives of 8-10 plays in the second half, I'd still be happy with the dub, but got perspective on it. Again, I don't like holding on, and maybe we didn't hold on. First half, we had no game control whatsoever on defense, and did, again, some small subtle adjustments. We did some things a little better, and but they got hot today, and we were on our heels. But super proud of the guys for keep on fighting.
Is it realistic that Dillon might be back for? It's a short week. Is it realistic that he might be back for that game?
Yeah. Again, we'll see how it all goes. I really, honestly, haven't spoken to anybody, since halftime.
And it was a good game for Jayden Gibson. I mean, he gets 2 scores, and he kind of alternates in there, but he always makes a play.
Yeah, he's gotten a lot better, hasn't he? He's grown up and he's matured. Proud of him. He wasn't ready for all that last year. He'll be the first one to tell you, but he's really matured and still has a lot of maturing to do. But he's got a great frame. He's putting in a lot of work. He is competitive. He does like to play, likes blocking. He's created a role for himself in the special teams because he's been more accountable, more detailed, and he shows up with a good attitude. So this game will honor you when you do those things. You have that kind of a mindset and that kind of an attitude and the selflessness that it takes, and showing up every day, prepared and ready to compete.
Their run game, they looked like they were doing a lot of cutbacks. Is that just something of just?
They were doing a little bit of everything. They did inside zone. They were running mid zone. They ran a little bit of counter early, and then they had the quarterback. They had triple option and some of the swap zone read keep game, and we just didn't do a good job of getting these guys in position to fit the gaps, and really poor, uncharacteristic. Some of the things had a few new wrinkles, but not much. Not enough to. We're not giving them an excuse for nothing. And gotta be able to count to 3 or 4. Sometimes you get 4 guys over on one side. They motion them, they swap them, and do all that. And when you don't, this game will punish you. We had several times we're in position, we didn't make the play, and just a sloppy tackling at times, and just letting them chew up time and clock and the grass and yardage and field position. And but we made enough stops there. Forced a couple of punts, and then 3 punts in the second half, and had 2 turnovers. And then obviously they had a touchdown drive there in the second half. So a little better, but it pains you as a defensive coach when people are having success running the football and getting a lot of third and medium, third and short kind of situations. And they did a good job in some of the things that they were doing, RPO world and stuff like that. So we got to get it better, quick.
Two more.
The chess match with the late substitutions when they're on offense and you're on defense, does that work to your benefit? I think you got one delay, or
I'm sorry?
you got one delay game penalty out of it.
For them? Yeah. Again, I think that they would in perfect world offense. They want to make sure they got enough time. They're not hurry. The rules are such, if they substitute. They give you a certain amount of time to substitute. So we're always looking to keep guys fresh. We don't have this crazy game plan to screw them, but if they make a late sub, it can really hurt them. If they change their mind late, it can hurt an offense because the rules are going to protect the defense's opportunity to match up.
Brent, is a game like today more indicative of parity everywhere, or just how tough it is to win on the road?
I don't know. It's probably a little bit of everything, Barry. And then again, we obviously didn't work. I put it on us as coaches first. That's indicative of that. I'm just talking about the defensive guys. Again, putting them in a better position, working some things more. And again, players will take the right accountability too. It's a really mature group of guys. And then the others, again, they've played well at home. Their backs are against the wall. Are they on the road? I don't know. There ain't no excuses. So what it is indicative of and all that, they've shown at times, this season. They went to Arkansas at the beginning of the year. I don't, whatever that means, but they went on to the SEC. They're in the SEC, right? And they won that game, and then they beat, pretty good Texas Tech team. They've beaten several good people. Texas Tech has, and they smashed them right out here. It was 24-7 at one time, and so I think that they of course they lost the quarterback. And this is a backup guy. It's his third start. I don't like him having success. What he had, but they had way too many, explosive runs and things like that. But there was a little bit of there was a lot of them, and then it was some of us as coaches and as players. We got to be better. And there's some parity, but I love Coach, what he does, what he's about. He's a former player here. They take great pride. They get very passionate. We gave him a little bit of hope early, and great atmosphere. This is a really cool place, and the players showed that they have great belief and great pride, in the jersey they put on, every Saturday, especially at home. So they, again, like I said, I know they haven't been playing great here the last several weeks, but they were ready to play today, and we found a way to win.
Thank you, Coach.